You know what, guys? President Trump winning the popular vote in the election was so very important. Not just that the left was actually saying we needed to abolish the Electoral College, because Republicans can actually win the election without the popular vote. Now, in the U.S., we do not have a popular vote system when it comes to who is the president. It is done by the Electoral College. It's different, okay? But President Trump winning the popular vote in this election, man, was even more important than him winning in a landslide in the Electoral College. President Trump got 312 electoral votes. That is the most for a Republican since 1988. Yes, Kamala Harris suffered the worst electoral loss for a Democrat since 1988, folks. But President Trump, man, winning that popular vote was so important because now, guys, even the mainstream media has to realize that the majority of the American people are not on your side. All of the rhetoric, folks, from the mainstream media, the leftists, the Democrats, lying to the American people, a whole bunch of Americans woke up and voted for President Trump. One of the reasons why President Trump won the popular vote is he actually had Democrats vote for him. Yes, people in some states, let's say like California, for example, they voted for President Trump, but on a local level, they still voted Democrat. Now, I don't agree with that, but it just tells you how the National Democratic Party is so out of touch with the American people. A lot of people, guys, don't trust the media. I don't blame them. And one of the TV shows that is full of leftists and never Trumpers is The View on ABC. Now, if you guys remember, man, ABC held that debate with President Trump and Kamala Harris. ABC got crushed for the way they actually handled that debate. Fact-checking Trump, but not fact-checking Kamala Harris and her lies. I mean, she broke out the very fine people hoax, which has been debunked time and time again. No fact check from ABC whatsoever. But now, folks, the American people are not on the side of the left. So what is the media going to do? Well, the Walt Disney Company owns ABC. And check this out right here. ABC brass scrambled to bring in pro-Trump voices to The View and other shows panic mode. Folks, word came down the other day that CNN about to have a whole bunch of layoffs. MSNBC not doing good. The American people have rejected those left-wing networks, just like ABC. So ABC is trying to save themselves here and actually have a, dare I say, a real conservative on The View. Because as of right now, there are no conservatives on The View. Now, Alyssa Farrah Griffin is supposed to be the conservative voice on The View, but this woman just voted for Kamala Harris, the most left-wing ticket we've ever seen. She is not a conservative. Anna Navarro, man, a left-wing Republican. I mean, dare I say, man, Anna Navarro is not even a liberal Republican. She's just a straight up leftist, folks. A straight up leftist. And it's kind of funny, guys, because they were actually having a conversation about should you invite your Trump voting friends over for Thanksgiving. And Anna Navarro was actually talking about her husband's family. They're Republicans. Just about all this family voted for Trump. Yeah, let that sink in. Let that sink in. But let's go ahead and read some of this, guys. It says ABC News brass are in panic mode as they hunt for conservative voices to balance the rabid anti-Trump rhetoric spewed by the host on The View, as well as those on other shows. The Post has learned. The Disney-owned network, which came under fire over how ABC News moderators grilled Donald Trump during the presidential debate against Kamala Harris, has been holding high-level meetings since last week's rout by the former president. Sources close to the situation told the Post. ABC News Group President Deborah O'Connell and her recently elevated boss of ABC News, Alman Karamindovich, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, held the intense sit-downs with executive producers of the network's various shows and other senior editorial leaders, sources said. First on the agenda, according to one insider, is finding a pro-Trump panelist for his top-ranked daytime talk show, co-hosted by ultra-liberals Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Sarah Haynes, as well as Republican Trump bashers Ana Navarro and Alyssa Farah Griffin. Quote, the View is facing pressure from higher-ups, the source said. Viewers can expect some major changes, including bringing in new panelists that can bring in a pro-Trump perspective. I'm wondering, folks, does that actually mean less time for like Alyssa Farah Griffin? I believe she's actually on there every day. I don't think Ana Navarro is on the show every day. So does that actually mean they're going to get less time, or they're just going to add another seat to the table? Now, one of the people I listen to every single day is Dan Bongino. Now, I know Dan Bongino has his own show, but wouldn't you guys love to have Dan Bongino on The View? He's definitely pro-Trump. He's a conservative. I don't think still they would let that type of a Republican and conservative on the show. Dan Bongino would eat them alive. He would. And it's going to be hard to actually find, very, very weak Trump supporters to bring on the show. It's going to be tough. But if you're going to bring on a Trump supporter on the show, you had an opportunity to do that. Remember, Meghan McCain left The View. Now, she was never a Trump supporter, but she was the conservative voice on the show. And then they actually had like a few guests that came on while they were actually still looking for a quote unquote conservative. I remember they actually had one conservative, I don't remember exactly who it was, actually fought back. She didn't get the job. They brought in Alyssa Farah Griffin, who was supposed to be a conservative. She was actually in the Trump administration, and all she does is fold to the lefties on The View. That's all she does. She folds to the lefties, doesn't fight back. Then she comes out and says, I voted for Kamala Harris. Everyone on The View agrees with each other. Every single one. Now, Alyssa Farah Griffin didn't really explain why she actually voted for Kamala Harris. I guess, she just hates Trump and nothing more, but it all backfired. The View is irrelevant right now. And after the election, it's even more clear, man, that show is going to die if they don't change course. Now, I'm going to be very curious, man, what kind of a Trump person is going to be on the show. I may actually watch that, man, because I'm pretty sure that Whoopi and Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, they're going to melt down as a pro-Trump conservative actually drops facts and is not going to let these leftists get away with their lies. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that Whoopi and Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, Ana Navarro, they're probably freaking out. And I'm wondering if Alyssa Farah Griffin actually wants to be on the show when the pro-Trump conservative is actually on the show. Maybe these people will run. But I definitely want Ana Navarro and Alyssa Farah Griffin to be there on that panel so that pro-Trump person can lay into them for bending the knee to these leftists. And I knew, man, when they actually hired a conservative on that show, it was going to be another Trumper. It had to be. That way the left can always get their way on that show. But now the tides are turning, folks. The people have rejected the Marxists. People have rejected the progressives. People have rejected the left. President Trump, last time I checked, 75 million votes. Astonishing. Almost the same vote count he got in 2020, and we know how 2020 went. The people overwhelmingly support Trump's agenda. I want that Trump person to go on the show and talk about mass deportations. Don't let the left lie. Don't let these never Trumpers lie. So there you have it, man. I hope this happens. But will ABC, Walt Disney, will they have the guts to actually stick with this? Or will Whoopi and Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, are they going to fight back? We have to see. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.